What's up everybody, this is Master Ian Gamer. As I'm sure you're all very well aware, the start of December saw the launch of a new team-based hero shooter on the market, being Marvel Rivals, the supposed latest in the long list of Overwatch killers over the years. And while I don't think that this game will be the final nail in the coffin for Overwatch, it has absolutely made a splash in the gaming scene, and with more than 20 million players in only the past 2 weeks, yeah, I think it's safe to say that Marvel Rivals is off to a smashing start and is likely to be a long-running major competitor for Overwatch going forward. And while I personally still prefer the gameplay of Overwatch over this newer title, I do think we're finally, and rather abruptly, starting to see Blizzard react in real time to this new competitor. Little changes are starting to happen in the game of Overwatch, small at the moment, but likely to keep growing over time, that I think give away the sort of internal panic, so to say, I think Blizzard is feeling at the moment in light of Marvel Rivals' success. So in today's video, I just wanted to talk about some of the interesting little things I've noticed happening, and talk a little bit more about what we might actually see for Overwatch and how it changes over the months and even years ahead, and why overall, the addition of Marvel Rivals as a major competitor for Overwatch and its player base is a really, really good thing. Alright, so first thing to take a look at here, Blizzard, out of nowhere, suddenly decided to start giving away a bunch of free new legendary skins. Yes, I am not talking about the Avatar collab, I will get to that though, because oh boy, there's some juicy things there, but I am talking about this year's Winter Wonderland event. An event which, historically for Overwatch 2, has seen the inclusion of some free cosmetics, usually minor things like epic skins or a recolor, or basically stuff that most players wouldn't care that much about, including sometimes just skins that are older skins coming back around. I mean, literally when the season started, we got the casual Hanzo skin available as a free reward through completing the existing Winter Wonderland challenges at this point, only for a week later for us to suddenly see more skins added to the list of those which can be earned for free through simply playing the game. And unlike casual Hanzo, which is just an old legendary skin from the early days of Overwatch 1, these are 3 new legendary skins, one being a recolor for Echo, but the other 2 for Cassidy and Widowmaker, both being brand new, fully new legendary skins, not a recolor of an existing one they have, and Blizzard is giving these away for free. How curious that Blizzard would all of a sudden spontaneously decide to be so generous with the cosmetics around the holiday season, especially seeing as how these skins were originally listed as being shop skins when the season first launched. Now they appear to be given away through challenges. Interesting change. What's more, there's going to be a lot of Twitch drop rewards coming a bit later in the month of December, also announced at the same time as these other free skins, which, unlike the Widow and Cassidy skins, are not brand new legendaries. These are, again, older skins coming back around, which you can now get for free just through Twitch drops. But alongside the skins in these drops, we are seeing the inclusion of the corresponding name cards and player icons that are clearly designed to go with the aforementioned Cassidy and Widowmaker skins, which is something Blizzard very often does when they add a skin to the shop for you to buy so they can have the fleshed out bundle to inflate the price. But rather all being sold together in a bundle, they're being generously given away for free as part of the Twitch drop program. I think we can all see what's going on here. Whether it was a last-minute panic decision on Blizzard's part or not is hard to say, but I do think we can safely say that these skins were originally designed and added to this season with the intention of them being purchasable in the Overwatch shop. But somewhere later along the line, whether that happened a week ago or shortly before the season itself, Blizzard made the call to make these free, in essence. At least for now. If you miss out on getting them during this initial window, I'm sure they'll come back around to the shop eventually and you'll be able to pay for them. But at least as a way to sort of earn some goodwill with the player base who is rapidly jumping ship to Marvel Rivals at the moment. Yeah, I think this is more than likely Blizzard making a quick decision here to try and retain goodwill with the player base. I think this being a sort of weird last minute change is also very evident from the fact that we already had a blog announcing the Overwatch Winter Wonderland event for this year. It released before the season itself actually started and detailed the aforementioned casual Hanzo skin and some other little sprays and stuff you could get for free through just playing playing the game, but made no mention of these skins here. None whatsoever. If it truly had been Blizzard's intention from the very start for these skins to be free and earnable through the holiday challenges, even if they were going to be delayed and that you could only get them starting a bit later in the season as opposed to right off the bat with the Hanzo skin, it seems like Blizzard probably would have mentioned it in this initial blog post, like, hey, stay tuned for more free skins coming later, or maybe even tease that these ones in particular would be unlocked through some special means, but no, they just suddenly out of nowhere, oh, actually, these skins everyone thought was going to be in the shop, they're free. Yeah, I think we know what's going on here. But moving on from Winter Wonderland, the other, and in my opinion, funnier incident of Blizzard perhaps making some panic changes at the last minute is with the Avatar: The Last Airbender collab. Now, you all know I was mega hyped for this collab leading up to it. I was so excited for these skins, and I am so happy we finally have them in game. But on top of all that, there were some pleasant surprises accompanying this collab. The first being that the Katara May skin is free. A free collab skin, something which we haven't seen Blizzard do since the Cowboy Bebop event way back at the very start of 2024. How generous of Blizzard to decide to randomly bring back free collab challenge skins that you can unlock through just playing the event itself. But what's more is that this event also, coincidentally, happens to include the first ever collab epic skins. At least when it comes to how Blizzard themselves are classifying these skins. Now, for a quick bit of context, in case you're not familiar with the actual technical differences between a legendary and an epic skin, typically, because there's always little exceptions here and there on occasion, a legendary skin changes the overall model of a character's skin, still retaining the overall aesthetic and silhouette of said character, but with a brand new texture, brand new model that really differentiates the look of that particular skin from their base skin. Epic skins, however, are effectively recolors of that hero's base skin, where they don't change the character's model whatsoever, save for the head, which does often get changed in epic skins, but not always, with only really the texture of said skin being changed as a part of that epic. And yet despite this, we've historically seen Blizzard release what are effectively epic skins that are listed in-game as being legendaries. For example, Ein Wrecking Ball from the Bebop collab, or the Le Seraphim Junkrat skin. These are effectively epic skins. They make minor changes to the head region of the character, but otherwise it's the same base model with changed textures, and yet they are being classified as a legendary skin. A rather scummy practice that Blizzard has done historically, although in the case of these two skins in particular, it was a little forgivable as these were free challenge skins that you couldn't pay for one way or the other. You just got them for free, so in that regard, their rarity didn't really matter that much. But despite the new Katara May skin falling into this exact same camp, it is classified as an epic skin. Interesting. Again though, it doesn't really matter because all these skins are free, and the real culprit I'd like to focus on here is instead the Suki Kiriko skin, which not only falls into this same camp of being effectively an epic skin in that it's just her base skin recolored to look like Suki, with a different head model being the only model changes of the actual outfit, but also the fact that it is a skin for Kiriko, who historically has gotten epic skins of this nature, only for Blizzard to sell them in the shop as legendaries. The two biggest culprits of this, of course, was the terrible Tornado skin as part of the One Punch Man collab, which effectively was an epic skin but was sold in the shop as a legendary, and her Hashimoto skin, which wasn't even part of any sort of third-party IP collab, but rather was just, again, an effectively epic skin that was sold as a legendary back during the Mirror Watch season. And considering that Kiriko is a big moneymaker for Overwatch, it makes sense why they do this for her specifically rather than any other characters. I'm sure they are well aware that Kiriko players will easily pay legendary prices for what is effectively an epic skin just because it's Kiriko. So while we were all wholly expecting this new Suki skin to once again be a legendary skin in the shop, being sold for the price of a legendary despite it being just an epic, much to our pleasant surprise, it was in fact only an epic, only sold for 1,000 coins in the hero gallery as opposed to the usual 1,900 coins that legendaries go for, which was really nice to see. But here's the thing. Blizzard evidently was originally planning to sell this as a legendary. We know this for a fact because back when the first Avatar trailer released nearly a week before the event itself actually going live, Blizzard published a bunch of concept images of the upcoming skins following their debut reveal. And the concept image of Suki Kiriko, shown off officially by Blizzard, classifies this skin as a legendary. Literally, this skin was designed to be sold as a legendary, and at some point, presumably fairly late down the line, considering that it was still being identified as a legendary and information being put out by Blizzard leading up to its release, it got changed to merely being an epic skin. Coincidence? Maybe. Maybe. And at the end of the day, maybe none of this has anything to do with Marvel Rivals. Maybe Blizzard just felt last minute that they should be a little nicer to players in the Overwatch community, giving them things for a little cheaper or for free for some skins. Maybe they just accidentally mislabeled Suki Kiriko as the legendary in the concept artwork. Maybe they forgot to mention the Cassidy and Widowmaker skins in that initial blog post talking about Winter Wonderland and all the stuff you could get in it. Maybe it is all just a pure coincidence. Or maybe Marvel Rivals hit 20 million players in the first 2 weeks, and Blizzard is panicking. Now, I may have taken a bit of a harsh tone here on Blizzard in this video. You all know that I still love Overwatch. It's way more fun, in my opinion, than Marvel Rivals, and I still fully expect and intend to largely stick with Overwatch going forward. But regardless, I love seeing Marvel Rivals on the market because we, as the players, are getting better treatment from Blizzard thanks to this competition. Maybe you're a big fan of Suki from Avatar and you really wanted to get that skin, but 1900 coins was just a little too pricey for you? Well, thanks to Marvel Rivals, now you might actually get a chance to get it. Really like that Widowmaker or Cassidy skin, but you just really don't ever like spending coins in the Overwatch shop? Well, now they're free thanks to Marvel Rivals. As a player, we are benefiting from this type of competition in the gaming space, which is why, even though I don't personally enjoy Marvel Rivals nearly as much as I do Overwatch, I love that both of them now exist. For us players, this is only a good thing. Competition like this is only a good thing. It forces the developers of both games to be more generous to their respective player bases, given that they are now directly competing with each other. And I, for one, am super excited to see how this affects Overwatch specifically going forward. If these last minute changes to Winter Wonderland and the Avatar event are only the tip of the iceberg of Blizzard becoming more consumer friendly with the pricing of their cosmetics and maybe even the content they add to the game itself, then I am all for it and cannot wait to see what sort of new directions we end up going because of this come 2025. But on that note, let me know your thoughts on all this in the comments down below. Do you agree that this is likely all a response to the success of Marvel Rivals and Blizzard's desperate attempt to retain its players? Or maybe you think we're barking up the wrong tree. Maybe you think it's something else completely unrelated and has nothing to do with the big new game that's now direct competition to Overwatch? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, be sure to subscribe, hit up that bell icon, follow me on X, and join my Discord server to hang out and never miss any of my future Overwatch 2 news streams and other content. And special thanks to my YouTube channel members who help make these videos possible. If you'd like to join them to earn some cool rewards, then just hit that join button down below. Otherwise, this is Master Ian Gamer signing off, and until next time, have a great day.